to my channel. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I think it was 3 weeks ago. But as I said in my last video, I've been really busy with college and this semester is literally killing me. I'm not even exaggerating. But finally, I found time for filming this video, and I was trying to film 2 videos today, but it's already 3 p.m. and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film the second video, but I'm gonna at least try to edit this one and maybe film the other one tomorrow. I had planned for just edit the 2 videos tomorrow, but I guess I can film one today and edit this video today, and tomorrow I'll film another and edit that video. And I'm gonna be honest, I missed filming this. I really enjoy doing these videos and I really missed it, but I really hadn't the time to film. So once again, I apologize for that. But the semester ends in the middle of June, so after that I will be uploading every Saturday as usual. So have patience, please. I hope you understand. In today's video, we are going to talk about 2 cases. I'm going to do an update for the Madeleine McCann case, and this month has been 14 years since she disappeared. That's kind of why I decided to do this video. And it also has been a year since Valentina was murdered. I already talked about this case in here. I'll leave the links in the description. Valentina was a Portuguese girl that was murdered by her own father. At the time I filmed the video, the trial of her father and her stepmother hadn't begun, but their verdict is known now. So that's kind of why I also decided to do this video. And it's a quick video to film and I don't have a lot of time, so that's kind of why I also decided to film this video today. And yeah, so I can give you guys some context because I know I've been MIA for a while. But before we start this video, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really means the world to me. And if you want me to talk about a certain case, you can reach out to me through the comments or through my social media. My Instagram and my Twitter will be linked down below in the description box. It might take a while till I'll actually film that video, but I promise I'll do it. There's some of you that suggested a video like 2 or 3 months ago and I still haven't done it. I didn't forget, I'm still gonna do it, but I just haven't had a lot of time. And right now I'm just searching for the cases that don't really have, it's not that they don't really have more information, but the information is easier to find. So I can do the research more quicker, and yeah. My gosh, I'm tired of talking. It's been a while since I talked that much. Yeah, and I'm talking a little fast. Maybe I have to slow down. Yeah, without any further ado, let's just start this video. So let's start with the Madeleine McCann case. So it's been 14 years since she went missing, and I'm just gonna explain very briefly about the case because I already done a video about this. You can go watch it. I'll leave the link in the description. But basically, Maddie was 3 years old and she was on vacation with her family and some family friends. And they stayed in Praia da Luz in Algarve. On their last day of vacation, Kate and Gary McCann went out to dinner with their friends as usual, and they left their kids alone. They had this thing where in half an hour, they will check out on the kids to see if they were okay. When it was Kate's turn to check on the kids, she noticed that Maddie was missing, and she ran back to the restaurant, leaving her other 2 kids alone, and screamed that someone took Maddie. There's a lot of theories of what may have happened that day, and one of them being that it was an accident. When Kate entered the apartment, she saw Maddie like on the floor or wherever. She was already dead, and she panicked and invented this whole story, which is what most people believe in. But if you want to know more about the theories, you can check out my other video that will be linked in the description. In there I explain in more detail these theories. And another theory is that she was kidnapped. In June of last year, the first suspect on this case was identified, and his name is Christian Buchner. He's a German pedophile, and the only thing investigators had against him at that time was that he was living in Portugal in the same area that Maddie disappeared when she went missing. But other than that, they had nothing against him. And they also had like a friend of his who said that he told him that he knew what happened to Maddie, but there's no way to prove it that someone actually said that or if he was telling the truth. Still in jail, he's currently in jail for rape a young woman. And for all I care, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. I don't care. He's a criminal. And as long as he's in there, he doesn't harm anyone. So I don't care. But he doesn't have to pay for a crime that he did not commit, and I don't believe he committed this crime. I don't think she was kidnapped. That's the truth. I already made that very clear in my other video if you want to check that out again. So it's been almost a year since he was considered the prime suspect on this case, and it still is. But investigators still haven't found any evidence that actually proves that he was one who kidnapped her and possibly murdered, because they also believe that she was murdered by him. But a few months ago, German police also said that there's no proof that she is not alive. So, do you believe she's dead or do you believe she's alive? Like, make up your mind, please. At this point, they just want to find someone to blame and just to close this case, because it's been 14 years. And even if she was really kidnapped, she's most likely dead. Like, we have to face the truth. Like, the possibilities of her being alive are very, very slim. When a kid is kidnapped, like, they get raped or abused or tortured, and they are killed in the next couple of hours. So that's basically it for the Madeleine McCann case, and now let's talk about the Valentina's case. So I'm gonna leave the video about this case in the description as well. You can go check that out for more information and more details. But basically, Valentina's parents were not together, and she was living with her father at that time because with the pandemic in her mother's house, she didn't have a good connection to Wi-Fi, so her mother decided to send her to her father's house because it was better for her, and she had someone to stay at home with her to help her with the online classes because they're kids. She was 9 years old, so someone has to be by their side, and even if someone is by their side, they're not gonna be concentrated in class. Like, we all know, at least, like, I'm 20 years old and I hate online classes. Like, I can't concentrate, so imagine a 9-year-old. So she went to her father's house, and she actually loved being there because there she had her half siblings and she liked to play with them. But a year ago, her father called authorities saying that she was missing. He had no idea where she went. And immediately authorities started to look for her, and even the people from the community also participated in the searches. Everyone was looking for Valentina. And a few days later, her brother, he is 11 years old, and he told the police that he knew what happened to his sister. And let me just say that this boy was so brave, because he was threatened and he must have been so scared of telling the truth. So he told that his stepfather had hit Valentina, like, very aggressively. He basically tortured her. That's the word. It's a strong word, but that's the correct word. He burned her with boiling water because he believed, at least what he said at the time, he believed she was being abused by one of her mother's friends. So instead of trying, like, to show her that she could talk to him, she didn't have to be afraid, she was safe with him, no, he decided to torture the little girl. So I don't even believe that this is true. So he basically tortured her, he hit her a lot, he burned her with boiling water, and he then left her on the couch in complete agony for 13 hours. And then she ended up dying. And it was a horrible death. It was so slow and horrible. And she was in agony for 13 hours. I can't even imagine that. And her father and her stepmother went out for grocery shopping, and they left their kids at the house. So this 11-year-old boy, he saw his sister die. That's horrible. I don't even have words to describe. I'm just getting chills right now talking about this. I can't imagine having to see a sibling die that way and knowing that it was your parents who did that to them. And he was threatened by his mother and stepfather that if he opened his mouth, the same would happen to his little sisters. And of course, he was scared because he already had lost a sister. He didn't want to lose the other two. And the other two were very little. I think one was 2 years old at the time, if I'm not mistaken, and the other one was just a few months old. So I don't even know what to call these people because they're not parents, they're not even human, they're just monsters. A few weeks ago, their sentence was known. So Sandro, who is Valentina's father, was sentenced to 25 years in prison, and even though that may seem very little to what he did, is the maximum sentence here in Portugal. In case you don't know, I'm Portuguese, and yeah, it's not much. I think that he deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison, but the law doesn't allow that, unfortunately. And he also showed no remorse in court. He just killed his own daughter and he didn't show any remorse at all. Like, as I said, he's a monster. Her stepmother, Maxia, was sentenced to 18 years and 9 months in prison, and I don't agree with that. I think she should have been sentenced to 25 years as well, because she is as much guilty as him, because she saw everything happen and did nothing to help Valentina. So, in my opinion, she should spend the 25 years in prison. I mean, she should spend like the rest of her life like Sandro, but the law doesn't allow that, so she should be in prison for at least 25 years. But okay, that's not what was decided in court, unfortunately. At least they're gonna pay for what they did. Not really, but it's something. But that's it for this video. I'm gonna leave the links of the Madeleine McCann case and Valentina's case in the description below if you want to check that out and know more details about these cases. Feel free to. And once again, I'm sorry for not uploading for 3 weeks, but as I said, I've been really busy, but I'm gonna try to be more consistent now, even though I still have a lot of things to do, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, and if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you could share my channel with a friend or family member who also enjoys true crime, I would really appreciate it. And if you want to suggest a case, you can reach out to me through the comments or through my social media. My Instagram, my Twitter will be linked down below in the description box. I also have a TikTok account. I forgot to mention this in the beginning of this video, but I haven't uploaded there much because I'm still trying to get back on YouTube and upload here frequently, and then I'll worry about TikTok. But if you want to follow me on there, feel free to. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully next Saturday. Bye bye.